Hi students, hope you all are doing good. So today we will be continuing the discussion on the chapter electric charge and fields. So we have come a long way, okay? If you have seen lot of problems we have solved. So yesterday we did board syllabus where we found what is electric dipole, what is electric field due to dipole at axial point, okay, axial point. Then we did equatorial point. Then for entrance syllabus we did at general point also. General point means neither axial nor equatorial, anywhere you want, okay. And then we discussed the torque experienced by a dipole when it is kept in a uniform electric field. What kind of electric field? Uniform. Now if you remember the properties of electric field lines, okay, try to tell me three properties of electric field lines. Number one, it starts from positive charge, and if there is negative charge it will end to negative charge, right? For positive charge, point charge we draw radially outwards. For negative charge we draw radially inwards. Yes or no? Then we studied that tangent at a point, if you draw on that line, then that tangent will give you the direction of net electric field, okay. After that we came to know that if the lines are closer, electric field is stronger. So let us just revise quickly what happens when you keep electric dipole in a uniform electric field. So imagine you have a uniform electric field. Now uniform means the magnitude and direction, because it is vector quantity, no? So both magnitude and direction should be constant. So since direction is constant, everywhere it should be in the same direction, and magnitude constant means the lines should not be closer or farther. They should be equally spaced, so that I cannot say it is stronger or I cannot say it is weaker. Yes or no? If the lines are closer, then electric field becomes stronger, I told, right? So we will draw equidistant parallel lines. So this is your uniform electric field. So when I say uniform, it means at every point electric field is E. Who is producing this electric field? We are not worried about that right now. We don't care who is producing the electric field. We know that some source charge must be producing this electric field. But imagine this electric field is already present. Now, suppose in this uniform electric field, suppose I keep a dipole. Suppose I keep a electric dipole. Okay. So how do you draw electric dipole? Here minus q and here plus q. Okay. One of my student was asking a doubt like, sir, how can dipole exist? If minus q and plus q are there, they should attract. So how can dipole will exist separately? See, when I say minus q and plus q are at rest, that means yes, they are attracting, but there must be some other forces to hold them. Otherwise, so they will just attract and they will fall on each other. Yes or no? So whenever people say that one charge minus q is here, one charge plus q is sitting here at rest, that means some other forces are keeping the charges at rest. Understood or not? If there was only electrostatic force, then they will attract. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, for example, if I take one scale and rub on my hair, it will become charged. And if I take another scale, rub on my hair, that will also become charged. So if I keep them at some distance, if I keep them at some distance, I know they repel, but I'm holding it. No, I'm applying forces to keep this at rest. Understood? Okay. So please think some forces are there which are keeping these two at rest. Okay. Now, the moment you keep this dipole in this electric field, then what will happen? This plus q charge will feel a force this side. Already we have discussed, right? Positive charge will feel force in the direction of electric field, and negative charge will feel force in the opposite direction of electric field. Why I wrote F? Because magnitude will be same. What is the magnitude of force? The charge which is experiencing the force into the electric field in that region where the charge is kept. So this is the formula for force. Since I am writing only magnitude, so you can see both the charges are same in magnitude and electric field is uniform. So the force will be same. Now, the formula for torque is multiply one of the force with perpendicular distance. What kind of distance I told? Perpendicular distance between the two forces. Now, let us define some angle. Now, which angle to define? In this diagram, there are two vectors. One is the electric field, right? And one, because the topic is what? Dipole in electric field. So, one part is dipole, other part is electric field. Electric field I have shown this side. Dipole moment, electric dipole moment is a vector which is chosen from where to where? From minus q to plus q. So direction of dipole moment will be this way. So this will be your dipole moment P. Okay. And what is the formula for magnitude of dipole moment? Take one of the charge in magnitude, multiply with the distance between them. Let us say the distance is 2a. Then you multiply by 2a. So this is the definition of dipole moment which we did in the last class. Okay. So now to find the perpendicular distance, force the I know now. What is force on any one of the charge? Q into E. Okay, now perpendicular distance, let us try to find. So let us draw this line of force. This is the line of force. So you need this distance, or you can say this distance. So this is your perpendicular distance. Okay, this is your perpendicular distance. Now this is electric dipole moment, and these red lines are the electric field lines. So you can see the angle between electric field lines and dipole moment, which is from minus q to plus q, is theta. So theta is angle between electric field and dipole moment. Okay, keep this in mind. Now if that is theta, this is also theta. Yes or no? Alternate angles. And in this triangle, this is hypotenuse. 2a is the distance between the charges, that is your hypotenuse. This side I want. Perpendicular distance between the forces I want. That is your what side for this angle? It is opposite side. So opposite side is always hypotenuse into sine theta. Opposite side is always hypotenuse into sine theta. Okay, so I think this 2a is missing, right? 2a into sine theta. Okay, so let us substitute this perpendicular distance here. 2a into sine theta. So then I can write this as q into 2a separately, e sine theta. Okay, so then you can see this quantity is what? Dipole moment of the dipole. So I can write Pe sine theta. So this is the formula to use in order to calculate torque experienced by a dipole kept in a uniform electric field when the angle between dipole moment and electric field is theta. Okay. In vector form, if you want to write, then you have to again go back to vector chapter in first PU. There you will learn about cross product of two vectors. So a bar cross b bar, which is also a vector, is given by in magnitude ab sine theta, where theta is angle between a and b. So similarly, in this theta is angle between p and e, right? So I can write in vector form torque vector equals to p vector cross e vector. So this is in vector form. Okay, writing sometimes only this also comes for 2 marks with explanation. Only writing this formula. Okay, fine. So we have understood the derivation for torque. Please look carefully, and any doubt please let me know. Again, we now need to discuss about different cases of this torque. Okay, so in sometimes in exam they will ask for 1 mark at what orientation means how you are keeping it, like this pen is right now vertical, right now horizontal, so that is called orientation. So if I ask you for what orientation the torque on the dipole will be 0 or the torque on the dipole will be maximum, suppose I ask this question, then let us try to answer. So we will study some cases now. So first case is when torque is 0 on the dipole. What was the formula for torque? Pe sine theta. So if this product is 0, this implies sine theta should be 0. That means theta should be either 0 degree or we can say 180 degree. That means if your dipole is kept this way and electric field is also in the same direction, then electric field is represented by these lines, and dipole moment vector, how do you show? From minus q to plus q. So you can see these two are in the same direction, so angle is 0. So in this case your torque will be 0. Okay, so in exam how will you write? When is the torque 0? Don't write when theta is 0 degree. Then teacher will not know what is theta. You have to explain. No. So when is torque 0? When dipole moment and electric field are in same direction. If it is opposite direction, then also torque will be 0. If electric field is here, but suppose I keep the dipole like this. Same only earlier, no? So here plus, here minus. So then where is your electric dipole moment? From minus q to plus q. Right? So here angle is 0. Here angle between electric field and dipole moment is how much? 180 degree. But sine 180 degree is also 0. So here also torque will be 0. So these two are called equilibrium position. What position? Equilibrium. Why? Because torque is 0. Net force is 0, already we know. Net force is 0 because this charge will feel force this side because of electric field. This charge will feel force this side. And since they are equal and opposite, total force is 0, we know. But in these two cases, torque is also 0. So we say the dipole is in equilibrium. Equilibrium. So how many positions are there for equilibrium? Two positions are there. This one and this one. Okay. Now, let us see when the torque will be case 2. Okay, make a note. Okay, students. Case 2 is when is torque maximum. So when is torque maximum if they are. So this should be maximum. Now if you want torque to be maximum, what should be the sign of angle? What is the maximum value of sine? 1. So sine should become 1. So angle should be how much? 90 degree, right? Or you can say 270 degree also. So 90 degree is good enough. That means now how the diagram will look? If electric field is like this, uniform electric field, how should you keep the dipole? This way. Minus here, plus here. So your dipole moment will be at what angle now? 90 degree with electric field. So that time the torque will be maximum. So here it is not in equilibrium. Why? Because it is going to feel a torque. That also what kind of torque? Maximum torque. So the moment you leave this dipole, imagine this pen is the dipole. So the moment you leave, what will happen? This plus will feel force this side. This minus will feel force this side. So what will happen? It will turn. And then when it reaches here, that time the torque will be 0. And now you will come to know why we took dipole moment from minus q to plus q. Because people wanted to say when dipole moment aligns with electric field, align word means coming in the same direction. So when I say students aligned towards my thinking, means make your thinking in the direction of my thinking. So people wanted the dipole in equilibrium to be aligned with electric field, to be aligned with electric field in equilibrium. That's why they chose dipole moment from minus q to plus q. Now I know some of you are thinking, sir, here also torque is 0, here also it is in equilibrium. Correct? No, here also it is in equilibrium. Then why we cannot take from plus q to minus q? If you took from plus q to minus q dipole moment, that time it will be aligned with the direction of electric field. If I had taken dipole moment from plus q to minus q, that time also here torque is 0. But please understand, though these two are in equilibrium, okay, so this is one equilibrium position, this is the second equilibrium position. But there is a slight difference between these two equilibrium position. Equilibrium means what, students? If you keep it at rest and leave it, it will remain at rest because net force and net torque is 0. Here, if you keep this at rest and then if you leave it, it will not stay at rest because this plus charge will feel a force this side. This minus will feel a force this side, so it will rotate. And when it comes here, that time the torque will be 0. Understood or not? But here, if you keep the dipole like this and you leave it, it will stay at rest only. Similarly, if you keep this dipole at rest and you leave it, since torque is 0, it will stay at rest only. That's why these two are called equilibrium position. But there is a difference between this equilibrium and this equilibrium. Let us quickly discuss that. Okay. So I hope these two concepts are clear. So just tell me quickly, when is the torque 0? When dipole moment is in the direction of electric field. Or you can also say when the dipole moment is opposite to electric field. Okay. And when is the torque experienced by dipole maximum? When the dipole is kept perpendicular to electric field. So that much if you know for board exams, it is enough. Now, to differentiate between these two equilibrium, let us study one small case. Okay, so this is mainly for entrance exam right now. Okay, so if suppose I give you a ball like this, and here I give you a ball like this. Okay, or you can think of some surface like this here. Now, if you keep a marble here, if you keep the marble at rest, it will remain at rest or not? It will remain at rest. Why? Because two forces are acting. One is mg and that will be balanced by normal force. Correct na? Similarly, here if I keep the marble very properly, then also it will remain at rest. Why? Because the gravitational force mg will be balanced by the normal force. But the difference between both are equilibrium. Both are equilibrium because the body is feeling zero force. Why zero force? This force will balance this force. Here this force will balance this force. So if you keep them at rest, they will remain at rest. See why I say like that? Because according to Newton's first law, a body at rest remains at rest if there is no net force. If the body was already moving, then it will continue. You know that, no? If you leave this marble from here like this, then as it comes here, it will not stop there. That will be like magic, no? Why it doesn't stop even if force is 0? Because it is already moving. So it has inertia. So it will continue. Okay, fine. Now what is the difference between these two equilibrium? Here, if you displace the bob solpa here, slightly here, if you displace the bob slightly here, what happens? It comes back. Meaning it will feel a force in this direction. Understanding? Such kind of equilibrium is called stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium. So in simple harmonic motion, the body is in stable equilibrium so that when you displace it, it comes back and therefore it performs oscillation. But here, if you slightly displace the bob here, you slightly displace and then you leave it, what will happen? It will feel force in this direction only. Understood or not? It just keeps going like that. So this kind of equilibrium is called unstable equilibrium. Okay, so keep this in mind. So this is stable equilibrium, this is unstable equilibrium. If your surface was flat and if you keep the bob here, then you know mg will be balanced by normal force here also. If you slightly displace, there also it will be balanced. So it will not go this side or that side. This kind of equilibrium is called neutral equilibrium, where no matter where you keep, net force is 0. But here, if you slightly displace, force will be this side. So it will come back. Here it will not come back because force will be in the other direction. Okay, matlab wherever you give displacement, force will be in the same direction. Here, if you give force towards the right side, if you give displacement towards right side, force will be towards left side. Okay. Now you go back to the dipole in electric field situation. You go back to the dipole in electric field situation which I told. So this is your uniform electric field. Okay, let me draw two diagrams. In this case, your dipole is this way. In this case, your dipole is this way. Okay, where is dipole moment? In this direction, from minus q to plus q. Here also, here will be ulta, no? Minus q to plus q. But electric field I have taken towards right side. Here what is the angle between the two vectors? 0. Here what is the angle between the two vectors? 180. Here what is the torque? 0. Here what is the torque? 0. No difference between the torque. However, since torque is 0, that means both are in equilibrium. But listen carefully now. If I slightly displace this side, okay, because you cannot change this distance, okay, when we say dipole, no, when we say electric dipole, the distance between them is fixed. So it is like, you take one metal ball, take another metal ball, and between them you put some rod, and then you charge one of them positively, other one negatively. Then what happens? It becomes a dipole, and the distance between them cannot change. So here, students, look carefully. If you slightly displace the dipole like this, so minus is here, plus is here. Okay, so if you give slight displacement this way, this side, then what will happen? This plus charge will feel force along electric field, minus will feel force opposite to electric field. So this force here and this force backside will turn the dipole, correct or not? So if you displace the dipole this way and you leave it, what happens? It will feel torque this way. So matlab it will come back to its initial configuration. Matlab this corresponds to your what kind of equilibrium? This corresponds to what kind of equilibrium? Stable equilibrium. Because if you displace the dipole little bit and then you leave it, the torque tries to bring it back. Exactly like that case of the ball where the marble was at the bottom. Similarly here, if you give little displacement, okay, let's say this side. Okay, let me draw it properly. So let's say I make this plus charge go slightly here, minus charge comes slightly here. So this is your dipole now. So where will be the force now? Plus Q will feel force in the direction of electric field. Minus will feel force in the opposite direction. So it is like this is the dipole. Okay, it was here. I gave it a displacement like this. Then forces are here and here. So what will happen? It will go this way. So it will not come back. Understanding or not? Initially the dipole was here, na? Minus here, plus here. Dipole was here. When I gave it displacement like this, if it comes back, then we call it stable equilibrium like this. Right here, dipole was this way, minus to plus. Then when I give it displacement little bit like this, angular displacement actually, angular displacement. Because of these forces, it feels a torque, couple we call it, right? And because of that torque, it comes back. But here, if you displace it slightly like this, forces will be plus will always feel force in the direction of electric field, remember. So this whole thing will turn further like this. It will not come back. So this kind of equilibrium is called unstable equilibrium. So for CET, they may ask you how many equilibrium positions are there? How many equilibrium positions are there when a dipole is kept in a uniform electric field? How many equilibrium positions are there? 2. But how many stable equilibrium position? 1. And since this corresponds to stable equilibrium, scientists know they wanted the dipole moment to be from minus q to plus q, so that when it is in stable equilibrium, we can say the dipole is aligned with electric field when it is in stable equilibrium. So though it is equilibrium, it is stable. Okay, so very nice concept. I think all of you understood, I hope. Okay, now let us do some learning exercise so that whatever we have learned, okay, we have to apply also, right? So see learning exercise 4. Most of the questions I may have already discussed, okay? Question number 1 says, if electric dipole is held at a certain angle with respect to the direction of uniform electric field. So learning exercise 4, question number 1. So they are saying they are keeping a dipole whose dipole moment is P, let us say, at some angle with respect to electric field. Okay, it is at some angle. It is not kept parallel. If it is kept parallel, then we know it will stay there only, right? That is the position of equilibrium. Now they are asking, when the dipole is made free, matlab after you keep it here, if you hold the dipole here, after that if you leave it free, then it will rotate and come to rest. They are saying it will rotate and come to rest along the direction of electric field, or will it oscillate? So will you know that the moment you leave this, what will happen? This plus will feel force this side, minus will feel force this side, so it will feel a torque. Because of the torque, it will rotate. And as it rotates, when it reaches here, when it reaches this position, your dipole moment will be this side now. So torque at this position is how much? 0. So question is, will it come to rest or will it oscillate? If you take a pendulum at rest in equilibrium, then it will stay at rest. But if you displace the pendulum solpa and you leave it while coming, does it come to rest here? No, it continues because of inertia. So similarly, this dipole, these charges will have some mass, no? So when you leave the dipole, it will turn like this because of the torque. When it will reach here, torque is 0, but that doesn't mean it will stop because it already has motion. It already has motion, so it will continue. Once it continues this side, force will be this way now. Okay, so that will create torque this way. So as it goes this way, because of the ulta torque, it will slow down, stop, then again come back. So it will keep on oscillating. Okay, if there is friction, finally it will damp, the oscillations will damp matlab the amplitude will decrease, and then finally it will stop here, because that is the equilibrium position, stable equilibrium. But that doesn't mean that it will come immediately to stop, because it already has inertia. Understood, students? See, if you keep the dipole from here itself, if you keep it here and then leave it, then it will stay there. If you keep this dipole here and then you leave it, then it will stay at rest, because if it was already at rest and there are no forces, no torques, it will remain at rest. But in this problem, they say the dipole was at some angle. Then if you make it free, then it will feel a torque, but that doesn't mean it will stop here because it has inertia. Okay, so the answer is it will oscillate. Answer is the dipole will oscillate. In while doing entrance, we will calculate the time period also, right? Whenever something oscillates, it is always interesting to know what will be the time period. Yes or no, students? Okay. So question number 1 was quite easy. Let us see question number 2 now. How should a dipole be kept in a uniform electric field so that the torque is 0? Already we have discussed. Write the answer. Answer is when dipole moment is in the direction of electric field, or it is opposite to the direction of electric field. In both cases, torque will be 0. Question number 3. How should a dipole be kept in uniform electric field so that torque is maximum? You know the answer. What is the answer? The dipole should be kept such that the dipole moment vector P bar is perpendicular to E bar, electric field vector. Fourth question is, this is very interesting, okay? An electric dipole is kept along x-axis. Discuss, they are asking. So this is clearly for entrance only. Discuss the direction of the force on the dipole in an external electric field. If an external electric field is applied along x-axis whose magnitude increases along x-axis. So let me explain the problem. So question number 4 says, this is your x-axis, let's say. They say dipole is kept along x-axis. Okay, so electric dipole is kept along x-axis. So two cases can be there. Minus q is here, plus q is here, or it could be plus q here, minus q here. So let me do this case. Other one you have to try. Okay, so let me keep it this way. Now they are saying what in what direction this dipole, okay, this is dipole, okay, this dipole will feel force. They are asking in what direction. Now if the electric field is uniform, What is the force? You already know. This will feel force plus Q this side. This will feel force plus, QE or minus QE this side. In vector form, if you say minus QE this side. So total force will be how much? QE minus QE 0. But that is only if electric field here is also E, here is also E. That means electric field is uniform. But in the question they said electric field increases along positive x-axis. This is given in the question. So as you walk this way, as you move this way, electric field is increasing, they are saying. Understood or not? So the diagram may be something like this. The electric field lines may be looking like this. So as you go this side, the lines are becoming closer. That means electric field is becoming stronger. Okay, so imagine electric field lines are something like this. Okay, now look carefully. Let us say here electric field is E1 and here electric field is E2. Now you cannot say EE because it is not uniform. It is not a uniform electric field. So this plus Q now will feel force wherever is electric field, and electric field is along positive x-axis. So electric field is this way. So this plus Q will feel force this way. Q into E1. Magnitude will be Q into E1. This is minus Q, so this will feel force opposite to electric field. Electric field is along x-axis. So this will feel force this side. Q into E2. Magnitude I am writing, so minus I will not write. Direction I have shown no already. So these are the two forces. If I call this F1, this F2. Now tell me, F1 is greater or F2 is greater? Look carefully. This is feeling how much force? QE1. This is feeling how much force? Magnitude. QE2. Okay. Now they told electric field increases along x-axis. That means this E1, since E1 is greater than E2, if E1 is greater than E2, this F1 will be greater than this F2. That means this force will be greater than this force. That means net force will be where? This side. So that is the answer. So net force will be towards your positive x-axis. Try case 2 yourself. Case 2 will be here plus Q, here minus Q, and electric field is this way and it increases along positive x-axis. Okay, so try this and let me know the answer. Okay, so I hope you understood that usually when dipole is kept in uniform electric field, when dipole is kept in uniform electric field, that time the net force is 0. Please remember this, because QE one side minus QE other side, they will cancel. Or you can say QE this side and QE that side. Those two are equal and opposite, so they will cancel. But here, since electric field is increasing along x-axis, how can you say uniform electric field? Because it is increasing. So this will, in my diagram, this charge is feeling more force than this charge. So if my head feels more force than my legs, then wherever my head is pulled, my body will go there only. Understood or not? Because I told you dipole means this distance should be fixed. Okay, fine. So try the second case. You can also try what happens if electric field is this side. Okay, so that way you can find the net force. So please understand, dipole in non-uniform electric field can experience net force also. Why I said also? Because torque also it can experience. So make a note somewhere. A dipole in uniform electric field experiences zero net force. Okay, so keep a note somewhere. So a dipole in uniform electric field can experience torque but no net force. So net force will be 0. But if you keep a dipole in non-uniform electric field, then it can experience torque as well as net force. So imagine I give you a dipole like this, minus Q plus Q. and I give you electric field which looks something like this. Like this. Like this. This is your electric field lines. So is it uniform electric field? No, because it is becoming closer here. So it is getting stronger this side. So what will happen? This charge will feel force this side. Let me not write plus, okay? Magnitude QE1. This will feel force QE2. Now you cannot say QE. So since here electric field is strong, this will be more. Understood or not? So it will rotate because of this torque. It will rotate, but it will not simply rotate like this. It will rotate like this. Why? Because it is feeling a net force this side. So the center of mass will translate wherever there is net force from Newton's second law. Okay. So keep in mind, in this situation, it will not just rotate. It will rotate and translate. Okay, so the learning exercise 4 is over. Now let us see what next is the topic in our EPL. So the next topic is additional concept for entrance. Okay, so this is for entrance, and the topic is force on a short dipole in non-uniform electric field. Force on a short dipole in a non-uniform. Okay, non-uniform. If it was uniform, force on the dipole will be 0. Net force. Okay, when we say force, it means net force, right? Okay. So we will make the situation simple first. Okay, so we will say E is a function of x. Okay, that means along x-axis E is changing. So E is not constant. E is a function of x coordinate. And I have kept a small dipole like this, short dipole like this. So let us say electric field here is E and here it is E plus dE. What is dE? The increase in the electric field, or just say change in electric field. So from here to here electric field is not constant, and I am saying short dipole, so let us say this distance is dx. Matlab this coordinate is x, this coordinate is x plus dx. Understood? No? So this distance will be how much? Small distance dx. Now tell me the force. Force on plus q, let us say electric field is this side. Direction is towards my right side. Okay. Then force on this will be this way. What will be the force? Charge into electric field. Electric field is E plus dE. Force on this will be this side. What will be the magnitude of the force? Charge. Magnitude of charge is Q. Electric field here is E. Why this side? Because it is negative charge. 1 crore times I have told. Negative charge will feel force opposite to electric field. So if I imagine electric field is this side, one charge will feel force this side, other charge will feel force opposite side. So do you think these two forces will cancel? How they will cancel, students? This is more in magnitude than this. So force on dipole, okay, not on this charge or this charge. This is your dipole. This is your dipole, electric dipole. What will be the force on the dipole? This force minus this force. Correct now? And that you can see this QE and this minus QE will cancel. So what will I get? Q into D. Correct now? Okay. Now since this is force on dipole, right? Let us try to bring dipole moment. What is dipole moment? Magnitude. One of the charge you take, then multiply with what? Distance between the charges. What is the distance between the charges I have taken? Dx. So to bring this, to bring the dipole moment here, what will I do? Simple trick, multiply by dx, divide by dx. Now you can see this is your dipole moment. So force will be P into dE by dx. Okay, and since we are calculating only the magnitude, think this is modulus here. Direction, no need to minus, whether to write minus sign or here, you don't worry, because direction we can find from this knowledge. I did previous one also, right? So in this picture, for example, where is the direction of the force? This side. Why? Because this force is greater than this force. Now if you interchange plus q and minus q, net force will be this side. Understood or not? So you can try to do that part. So this part I hope all of you understood, right? So direction we can easily find. Just check which charge will feel more force, and that charge will feel more force which is in stronger electric field. So if electric field is increasing this way, then force on this charge will be more. That means net force will be this side. Understood? If electric field was decreasing this way, then this electric field will be more than this electric field. If the question says electric field is decreasing, so the lines look like this. Okay, farther they go. Then here electric field is less than here. Matlab this will feel more, this charge will feel more force. That means total force will be where? This side. So direction we can easily find. Only thing is we want to know how to find magnitude, and this is the answer. So please memorize this, students, for your entrance, to solve entrance level MCQs later. Try to remember this formula. Now tell me, using this formula, what if electric field was uniform? Everywhere electric field is constant. So if I say electric field does not change with x, it's constant, then what will be this dE by dx? If this was constant, if this doesn't change with x, what will be this? 0. You know from differentiation, right? Derivation of constant with respect to x is 0. So if electric field was uniform, force would be 0. Otherwise it is P into dE by dx. What is P? Dipole moment. dE by dx is the change in E with respect to x. Okay, so please remember this. This is, excuse me, this is only for your entrance. Okay, so remember which topics are for entrance, so that for board exams you can skip these topics. Okay, let us see what is there next. Okay, so we have numerical exercise 4. So numerical exercise 4. Question number 1. So what does the question say? The question says two charges plus minus 10 microcoulomb are placed 5 millimeter apart. So there are two charges, plus q minus q. Okay, and the value of each charge is 10 microcoulomb, and this distance, okay, this distance which we write 2a, that distance is equals to 5 millimeter. Okay, I'm writing 2a because in our derivation we have taken this distance as 2a. Why did we do that? So that this will be a, half of 2a will be a, and this will be a. So the first part is determine electric field. Now whenever you ask electric field, you have to mention, what you have to mention? At which point? So electric field at a point, first part is at a point on the axis of the dipole, 15 centimeter from its center. So this is the center O, 15 centimeter. So let us say this. This is your observation point. So your R is 15 centimeter. Okay. And on the side of the positive charge, they told. Okay. Then what I'll do, I'll make this minus q, I'll make this plus q. It's better, na? So they said this point should be on the side of the positive charge. Then second part says at point Q, which is 15 centimeter away from O, 15 centimeter, second one is 15 centimeter from here, but it is on a line passing through O and normal to the axis. Normal to the axis means perpendicular to the axis. So another point they have asked, which is Q, they are saying, and this is also 15 centimeter. But this is on what line? Equatorial line. This is on what line? Axial line. So they are asking you to find electric field. Okay. Now students, look carefully. This distance is millimeter. See, this is millimeter, this is centimeter. So millimeter is, quite small compared to centimeter. So here we can consider the dipole to be short. And if the dipole is short, then the formula for electric field at axial point, which is your axial point here, P, that will be how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. Remember or not? So let us calculate P first. So what will be P? Magnitude of one of the charge into distance between the charge, 2a. What is the magnitude of one of the charge? 10 microcoulomb. And 2a, this 2a matlab distance between charges, which is given 5 millimeter. 5 into millimeter means 10 power minus 3. So this will be, is it visible? So it will be, let me write here otherwise, 5 into minus 3 minus 6 minus 3 minus 9, 1 0 here, so minus 8. Unit will be what? Unit. Dipole moment unit will be what? This is charge, so coulomb. This is distance, so meter. So this is the unit of dipole moment, electric dipole moment. So now what will be the value of electric field at this point? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value is 9 into 10 to the power 9. See, there is no point doing, superposition principle, students. There's no point writing electric field here due to plus q, then electric field due to minus q. No need, because we have done that in the derivation. And we already found this formula for which point? Axial point. So since we know the formula already, let us use the formula directly. So this is 9 into 10 power 9 into 2 into p. P how much we got? 5 into 10 power minus 8 divided by r cube. Now what was r in the derivation? Sorry again. What was r in the derivation? R from center to the observation point, which is given 15 centimeter. So 15 into 10 power minus 2 whole cube. Okay, so you please do the calculation. We will not waste time here. So the electric field that you will get will be 2.66 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. Okay, so please use calculator, you are allowed to use. So this would be the electric field, but please check, okay, check, because who knows, the calculation which I did may be mistake, right? There may be some mistake. So try to do this calculation. I hope you can do this. Multiply 9 with 2, then with 5, then divide by 15 cube, and here 10 power minus 6 you take up 10 to the power plus 6, right? So you can simplify. Second part is what? Electric field at which point? Q. Now look carefully. Since this is also 15 and this is also 15, that means R is same. And you know, for equatorial point, what was the formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube. Since R is same, P is same, that means this is, if I bring this to this side, this is half of this electric field. So this is half of electric field at axial point. So you remember, students, right? Electric field at axial point was twice of electric field at equatorial point. So electric field at equatorial point will be half of electric field at axial point. So this, if you take half of this, what will you get? Half of 2.66 will be 1.33 into 10 to the power 5. Okay. Units will be Newton per coulomb. Newton per coulomb. Okay. So I hope you understood. This point is not visible. Okay. So like this, no, you can use directly the formula that we derived for electric field at axial point and equatorial point for a short dipole. And why we can treat it short? Because this distance is given quite small in millimeters. Okay, so I hope this problem was not that difficult. Just so in PU level, the problems are, just two-step problems. Two-step matlab you will have to use two formulas because they want for 5 marks, right? So if you use only one formula, then the derivation, the problem will be very short. Okay. Okay, next question, let us see now. Question number 2. A dipole consisting of electron and proton. Electron and proton can, if electron and proton are at some distance, and suppose we don't allow the distance to change in some ways by holding them, we cannot hold. So imagine like in water molecule, the electron clouds are distributed in such a way that there is some gap between the positive charge and the center of the negative charge. So that's why we say water molecules form dipoles. We call them polar molecules. But again, polar and non-polar molecules we will be discussing in next chapter. So imagine there is electron and proton separated by a distance of 4 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So question number 2 you see, so there is electron and there is proton. So this is electron, this is proton, and the distance between them is, let's say, 2a. Okay, now what is the charge for either electron or positron? You know the charge is here, if it is minus e, here it is plus e. So magnitude of the charge will be 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And they said the distance between them is this. Okay, see, if you want to write here L, you can write L, no problem, but let us keep it as 2a. Then what is 2a? Distance between the charges they have given 4 into 10 power minus 10 meter, which is actually 4 angstrom. Okay, 1 angstrom is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Now, this dipole is situated in a electric field. And the value of the electric field is 3 into 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb at an angle 30 degree with the field. That means this dipole is actually not kept this way. So the dipole is kept, if this is your this is your negative charge and this is your positive charge. This is your dipole moment now, from minus q to plus q. So the electric field, the dipole makes an angle of 30 degree with electric field. Then you know that it will experience torque. So the question is, calculate the dipole moment, and number 2, calculate the torque they are asking. So let us first part dipole moment. So dipole moment, what is the formula? Magnitude of one of the charge into distance between the charge. So 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Don't take A as distance between them. If you take A as distance between them, then this 2 extra will come. Okay, this is distance between them. So the distance between the charges 2a, that distance is given directly as how much? 4 into 10 to the power minus 10. So this will be 4 6 are 24, 4 2 carry, 4 1 are 4, 5 6. So 6.4 into 10 power minus 29. Very small number, very small number. Unit will be coulomb meter. Okay, so this is your dipole moment. Okay, now we have to calculate torque. Now torque formula, go back and check. It is PE sine theta. Theta was angle between dipole moment and electric field. Now what is P for? 6.4 into 10 power minus 29. Electric field, how much they told? 3 into 10 to the power 5. Okay, 3 into 10 to the power 5. This is 5. And theta is given 30 degree and sine 30 is half. Sine 30 is half. Right, students? Okay, so this if you cancel, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, then 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 29 plus 5 will be minus 24. What will be the unit of torque? Okay, so either you go to first PU and remember, or you can remember dipole moment is what? Coulomb meter. Electric field is what? Newton per coulomb. So coulomb cancel, it will be Newton meter. It has to be Newton meter because the definition of torque is force into perpendicular distance. Now force into perpendicular distance. So force is Newton, distance is meter. Okay, so we completed numerical exercise 4. Now we come to entrance corner 3. Okay. Students, I hope you people are I know you are enjoying the theory classes, but please enjoy the entrance classes also. Okay, entrance classes here means whenever I do objective, that is also important. Okay, I'm again and again I'm telling you, don't neglect the entrance classes or entrance topics or questions of multiple choice questions. When I do, please don't neglect it. Okay, if you are not understanding, please tell me. Okay, I can come down to a very basic level and explain. Okay, so I hope I'm explaining it from a very basic level. If you see, I keep revising first PO concepts also. Okay, but if you still feel some few things you have forgotten and you want me to revise, please mention to me. Okay, so see question number 1, entrance corner 3. So entrance corner 3, question number 1. So what does the question say? A dipole is kept along x-axis. The diagram is like this. This is your x-axis. This is your origin. Here is one charge minus q. Coordinate is minus L comma 0. And here there is another charge plus q. Coordinate is plus L comma 0. They want you to write the electric dipole moment. So it is very simple. Magnitude is what? Charge into distance between them. Now look carefully the distance. This is minus L means it is on the left side of the origin. But distance will be L only. No, distance has to be L only. So this is L, that is also L. So total distance will be 2L. So here I should write, instead of 2A, I should write 2L. That is the magnitude of dipole moment. Now, if I put a vector, I have to put here unit vector in the direction of dipole moment. Dipole moment is taken from where to where? From minus q to plus q. So dipole moment is in this direction. Now since this is positive x-axis, which is the unit vector in positive x-axis? I cap. Understood or not? So I should write here I cap. So this is dipole moment in vector form. So which option satisfies this answer? Option A. Okay, so this is option A. Question number 2, let's see if we can do here itself. If the electric field due to a short dipole at some distance on axial line, so on axial line, electric field is 20 I cap. Unit is Newton per Coulomb. What would be the electric field at same distance on equatorial line? Now in equatorial line, EE, let's say, you remember it is half. In magnitude, it is half. Remember, right? Axial point electric field is twice. So equatorial point will be half. Now let us go back and remember. This is minus q. This is plus q. At axial point, electric field was in the direction of dipole moment. Dipole moment is this way. So electric field here was like this. Okay, please go and check the derivation. Whereas at equatorial point, if you look at the electric field, I can show you now also. Due to minus q, towards. Due to plus q, away. So total will be this side. So what do you notice? Electric field at equatorial point is opposite to axial point. So since it is opposite, when I write vector form, I must put minus. So electric field at equatorial point will be minus of this 20 I cap divided by 2, which will be how much? Minus 10 I cap. So it is along negative x-axis. If this is along positive x-axis. Okay. So which is the right answer? D. Option D. Okay. Next one. Question number 3. Okay. Here let me do. It says a point charge placed at any point on the axis of the electric dipole. So there is a point charge here, which is kept at some distance on the axis at some large distance. So this distance is large. If distance is large, you know you can treat the dipole as short dipole. Experiences a force F. So this charge, you know that if there is electric field at a point, again and again I am telling, if there is electric field at a point, what does it mean? It means if you put another charge, that electric field will exert force. How much? Q into E. Because electric field at a point means force on 1 coulomb charge. So if you put 2 coulomb charge, what will be the force? 2E. Q coulomb charge, QE. Okay. So force on this charge will be Q into EA. Whatever charge, let's say test charge, Q naught. Q naught. Now so the force experienced by this, they are saying F right now. F. Now they are saying, what will be the force acting on the same charge, on the point charge, when its distance is doubled? If this distance is doubled, okay? So you know electric field at axial point due to short dipole. How does it vary with distance? Tell me quickly. Inversely proportional to, some of you may be saying r square. That is wrong. That is for point charge. This is a dipole. They are talking about electric field due to dipole on the axis of the dipole. So electric field is inversely proportional to RQ. Understood or not? So if R is doubled, let me mention here, if R increases 2 times, if R is double means it increases two times, then your E will decrease how much? 1 by 2 cube. 1 by 2 cube means 1 by 8 times. So new electric field, so since distance becomes doubled, electric field will become 1 by double cube. So electric field, new electric field after you double will be 1/8, or you can say 1 2 cube times the original electric field. So if the original electric field was E, now it will become 1 by 8E. And you know force is Q into E. So if E becomes 1/8, force also will become 1/8. Because the test charge is same, na? The test charge is same. So the new force will be 1/8 of F. Okay. So which is the right answer? Here they are saying F by 9. Okay, 9 is not possible. No, 2 cube is not 9. 2 cube is 8. So please make it F by 8. Okay, option C. Question number 4. Figure shows electric field lines in which an electric dipole of dipole moment P is placed as shown in the figure. In which direction will the dipole experience force, if any? So if you look the diagram carefully, the electric field lines are slightly, as you go, it's increasing, the gap is increasing. So if gap is increasing, it means in this direction electric field is decreasing, in this direction, because the gap is increasing. You know the properties of electric field lines, right? Wherever the lines are closer, electric field is stronger, and as you go farther and as you move along x-axis, you can see the gap is increasing. That represents a what kind of electric field? Weaker electric field. See students, let us take a moment. Scientists, they want to imagine about things. So when you give them, when you say electric field is force per unit charge, they don't like it so much. They want to imagine about electric field. So they have made some rules, they have made some uh, a technique of drawing electric field due to any source charge. For point charges we have seen, for dipole also we have seen, for plus charge also we have seen how to draw. So drawing these electric field lines helps you to visualize electric field. Visualize means to imagine about electric field, and that is always a powerful tool, powerful tool to have when you have something to imagine. Okay, so as you walk like this, electric field is decreasing, remember. Now in the question, if you see, they have kept dipole this way. Minus q is here, plus q is here. Dipole moment is from minus q to plus q. You know that. By the way, students, if they don't give this, but if I say dipole moment is this side, then you should know yourself that minus q is here and plus q is here. Understood? So in what direction it will feel force, they are asking. Very simple. In a very short way, if I do, what I will do, I will just check which charge will feel more force. And to do that, I have to check which charge is in stronger electric field. So this charge is in stronger electric field. So this charge will feel more force. But this is what kind of charge? Negative charge. Negative charge feels force in what direction? Opposite to electric field. So this charge will feel more force than this charge. So since force on this charge is more, immediately you can say net force is towards left. Net force is towards left in the diagram. Okay. Now you can change many things here and see how the answer will change. So which is the right option? Option B, towards left. Okay. Now let us see question number 5. For what angle between dipole moment and electric field will the dipole experience a torque half of the maximum torque? So they are asking at what angle, this is a good CET question, okay, very good. So they are asking at what angle will the torque experienced by a dipole be half of maximum torque they are asking. At what angle they are asking. This is question number 5. Then you know the formula, substitute. What is the formula for torque at any angle? PE sine theta. What is the maximum torque? What is the maximum value of this? PE, because maximum value of sine is 1. So maximum torque is PE. Already we have seen this. So PE will cancel. Theta will be 30 degree, right? Sine theta is half. So theta must be 30 degree. So which is the right answer? Option A. Okay, so this is a good CET question. Next question is good for NEET also and for JEE also. So let us see question number what now? Question number 6. So question number 6 says, the electric field at a point A due to dipole is perpendicular to dipole moment P bar. Find the angle theta. So let me first draw the diagram. They have shown you dipole moment this way. This is your dipole moment. Okay, in the question. P bar they have said. So now tell me quickly, where is minus q, where is plus q? If dipole moment is this way, somewhere here is minus q and somewhere here is plus q. Correct na? Okay. From the center, there is a point A they are saying. And this angle they are saying theta. And they are saying in the question, the electric field at this point due to the dipole is perpendicular to dipole moment vector. So this is your dipole moment. So electric field here is perpendicular to this. So could be like this. Okay. This they have given in the question. Okay. So we have to find this theta. Options are 30 degree, 45 degree, tan inverse root 2, cot inverse root 2. So how will we do this problem? Now look carefully. Is this point axial point here? Now your dipole is kept. See, now your dipole is like this, students. So this becomes this becomes equatorial point now. When the dipole was like this was your equatorial point, this was your axial point. Now you have turned the dipole like this. So this is your axial point and this is your equatorial point. Is this point axial or equatorial? Neither axial nor equatorial. It is what kind of point? General point. Now when we did general point, I had derived one formula between the angle alpha and the angle theta. So please check that. Okay, so the relation between angle alpha and angle theta was tan alpha was half of tan theta. This relation I have derived. Okay, please check for which topic was this, under which topic? Electric field at general point due to dipole. General point, not axial, not equatorial. Now, what was alpha and theta? Theta was angle between R bar, I remember, and P bar. Okay, so if I show you one diagram, this was minus Q, this was plus Q, this was your P bar from minus to plus. Okay, it's not visible, right? Sorry. Yeah. So let me remind you this alpha and theta. What were these two? Okay. So if this is your dipole, if you remember minus q plus q, then dipole moment is this way, na? And we took the point somewhere here. This was your r. And if you put a vector here, this is your r bar. So this angle, if you remember, was theta. Angle between p bar and r bar. Okay? Okay. Now, and what was alpha? You remember electric field due to plus was somewhere here. So there was one electric field here, one electric field here. Remember, I divided this dipole moment into two components. One here p cos theta, one here p sin theta. So we remember the total electric field was somewhere here. And it was making an angle alpha with r. So alpha was angle between r bar and total electric field. So remember this. Okay, so this is alpha, this is theta. Now let us come to this question. So where is your r bar? Your r bar is here. This is your r bar from center of the dipole to the point. And your p bar, in my diagram it was here, in question diagram it is here. So what is theta? Angle between r and p. So r and p. So this theta is matching with this theta. Very good. So luckily the question theta and our formula theta matches. Sometimes what happens, no, in while studying I study a plus b whole square. Then in exam they ask x plus y whole square. Now if you are not smart, you may get confused because I studied a plus b whole square. They are asking x plus y whole square. So you should not get confused. They are just symbols. What is important is the meaning. So while deriving this formula, theta was angle between r and t. R and P. Here also it is angle between R and P. So no problem. So this theta is same. Now what was alpha? Angle between electric field and R. Electric field is here. They, according to question, they told electric field is perpendicular to P bar in the question. Now we want alpha. Electric field is here. And it is angle between what? Alpha, electric field and R. So this is your R, no? So if I extend this, this is your direction of R, no? This one. And this is your E. So this must be your alpha. But students, will it be this side or this side? Due to plus q, it will be away. Due to minus q, so it will be somewhere here. This is correct only. Okay. So now you look carefully. So look carefully. This is E. They have given perpendicular to this. Now look carefully. If I draw this line here, if I draw another line here, this line is parallel to this line. Now if this is theta, what is this, students? Quickly tell me. Theta. So it is very interesting that in this diagram we have seen theta plus alpha must be 90 degree. This we came to know from whatever is given. Okay, in MCQ, see, two things are there. One, something is given. One, something you know. You have to combine them and find the answer. So this they have given. Electric field is perpendicular to P. Using that concept, I have found relation between theta and alpha. So this is given, or you should say this is found from whatever they have given. And we know that one thing is we know. What is we know? Tan alpha is half of tan theta. Now you want alpha or theta. In the question they told we want theta. So substitute for alpha. So tan of, what is alpha from here? 90 minus theta. Half of tan theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Magnitude only we are interested. So tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. What is cot theta? 1 by tan theta. So 1 by tan theta equals to half of tan theta. Sorry. So cot theta is 1 by tan theta. Square it and cross multiply. So tan square theta will be, cross multiply will be 2. So tan theta will be root 2. So theta will be tan inverse root 2. Okay, so which is the right answer? So the right answer is tan inverse root 2 will be which option, students? Check quickly. Tan inverse root 2 is option C. but in the EPL I think they have given option A. Okay, so please check. So I can see there are some few error printing mistakes here and there. So I will try to, every time I see some mistakes, I will tell you and please rectify. So today we will stop here because the next concept is a new topic completely. So I will give you one small homework to think, and we will continue after that. Okay, so the next session will be about some topic called electric flux. What flux? Electric flux. Let me show you this way. It is electric flux. So electric word already we have got some idea. Flux word, I want you to find out. Okay, what does the word flux mean? Not physics definition, just English meaning. English meaning you find. What does the word flux mean? Okay. So with that we'll stop the class. Next class we will start a brand new topic called electric flux. Okay. So have a good day.